Hello, everybody. This is Debo of Debo's Film Reviews, and this week's review will be Death Race, remake of the 1975 film Death Race 2000, which is both produced by Corman, or well, in association with Roger Corman, I should say. And Death Race stars Jason Statham, Tyrese Gibson, Daniel Martinez, featuring Ian McShane, Joan Allen, and Jason Clarke, alongside voice cameo by David Carradine as the original Frankenstein, which the remake does not tie into the original at all, but yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go because I'm just kind of keep it strictly remake. And of course, the remake, like I say, is the closest we'll ever get to a Twisted Metal movie. I mean, come on, uh, an island, an island prison where with a racetrack. I mean, how badass could it be? I mean, especially when you got the Mad Max looking cars with, of course, Frankenstein's Mustang with a Roush engine, Machine Gun Joe's Dodge Ram, 14K, played by Robin Shou, show of Mortal Kombat and Beverly Hills Ninja fame, in a Porsche 911, which looked like something out of Mad Max. And you got the whole storyline of how Jensen Ames, played by Statham, gets framed for murder by Hennessy, who was played by Joan Allen, who was president of a reality TV show network, and wants to and hires Jensen Ames because he's a ex race car driver after losing his job at the mill because just because in order to replace Frankenstein because the original dies and all in combat, and they want to boost rate, and they frame, and then they kill him, or I meant to say kill his wife and then frame him for murder in order just to have him have his name take over the mantle as Frankenstein and go to Terminal Island. And woof, talk about some badass racing in that movie. Or like I said, the closest you'll ever get to a Twisted Metal movie. Although I hear rumor Amazon's doing a series, but with video game adaptations, I got low expectations. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. And of course, with excellent performances of Tyrese Gibson and Statham alongside Ian McShane, which were pretty much the most standout, in my opinion, the most standout roles in the film. And of course, for a remake, which is directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, which I gotta say is one of his more better work when it comes to filmmaking. And of course, with like I said, them cars and all, man, talking about some badass looking cars, especially with the side characters and Pachinko and Colt, which kind of flaw wise they could have made his story a little bit more sense in the between sequels and all. Although the sequels are really prequels, but still. And I say excellent with acting chemistry of Tyrese and Jason Statham because they made it because now that they're both known for Fast and Furious movies, you ought to think that this movie here should be like a non-canon, almost like a non-canon movie, given how left field the Fast and Furious franchise has been from five on up and all. But don't worry, I'll still review those. Kind of like this movie here, you almost say that moment when Roman Pierce and Deckard Shaw are in prison and they organize a prison racing league. In fanfare, you can say that. But Joan Allen as Hennessy, I gotta say, probably one of the most standout villains in cinema, especially among female villains. I mean, just flat out evil. To frame a guy for murder just to get him on a reality show. And of course, the whole badass racing scene, especially when you got those little manholes with the activate the guns and all, kind of like something out of a video game. Which, like I said, kind of you could almost say Twisted Metal highly influenced this movie, and which I gotta say is kind of better than the original. Yeah, I said it because I say the cars look better compared to the original. That was just almost a live action Hot Wheels movie with Hot Wheels cars and all composite stuff you see in like the Hot Wheels section of a toy store. That's as far as I'm gonna go on that one. And of course with the whole deal to Amos's character when you got Statham's character, I meant just names, when he finds out the guy that killed his wife was really the neo-Nazi driver who was on work detail just to frame Statham to get him so that Hennessy could get him on the field. And I'm just like, yeah, excellent plot. And boy, did that guy get his comeuppance and all. And especially with that other one that thought he was immortal and all, and simping for Hennessy, driving until he wrecked that Chrysler 300 and with mods, and only to get run over by Machine Gun Joe, played by Tyrese, which of course is, I say he did it better than Stallone. As far as I can go, I'm gonna stop myself right there from that one because in order to keep it, I gotta intend on keeping Death Race 2000 in a separate review. But overall, Death Race is an absolute masterpiece. I mean, especially with character with the carnage, especially when they had to, especially in some of the races when they had to dodge that when they made it challenging when they had to dodge the 18-wheeler with the tricked out with the weapons and all. And talk about some of the most epic escapes where they just tried to go off the island and on that bridge because it's really a peninsula, but still talk about how to escape and how and the excellent character chemistry between Statham and Natalie Martinez, who played Case, and her backstory of how she killed her abusive ex-husband, who happened to have been a cop, and of course and they find and Statham finds out that she sabotaged the original Frankenstein in order to get early released and all, because the women are in a separate prison. But of course, in this film, they were all known for being. It was Overton Hennessy was and his wife, who only had like a little cameo. I had to deal with just being eye candy in the movie, and I gotta say, when it comes to that excellent side character that Ian McShane is, I can say probably one of the best things he's done. Because yeah, he was just fresh off being still fresh off being Swearingen, and like I say, that dude's kind of a very underrated actor and an excellent masterpiece of a film. Like I say, overall, Death Race gets a 5 out of 5. I mean, I mean, like I said, closest you'll ever get to a Twisted Metal movie, or at least a proper adaptation, but instead you get Frankenstein instead of Sweet Tooth. Although I'm surprised the movie was a critical flop, because I swear that they should have just made a game out of this movie, and made it and then try to do like a Death Race versus Twisted Metal game. Imagine how awesome that would have been. Because who wouldn't want to see a demo derby between Sweet Tooth and Frankenstein? Because like I say, remake Frankenstein was a hell of a lot better than the original, and had a better looking car. Although I do say Mustang is one of the most overused pony cars in film. I mean, when it comes actually in B-grade action films, it's always like the most cliche choice is always a Mustang. I'm like, there are other muscles type pony cars too in films, like they need more Camaros and Challengers and such. That's as far as I'm gonna go on that. I hope y'all like this review. Subscribe. Keep subscribing, liking my videos, commenting, and I'll keep dishing them out. I hope y'all enjoy. Bye.